Hi everyone, Michelle here from the Creative Cove. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to jump on and show you how to do a quick bunny sketch. I had a couple of people request some bunnies. I don't know much about bunnies. I haven't drawn one before, so I've been practicing away, and apparently there are lots of varieties of bunnies and rabbits and hares and a whole slew of different choices to draw. So I did do a couple of different doodles of some different kind of bunnies, and you can see they're all very different looking rabbits, bunnies. I'm not even sure what the difference between a rabbit and a bunny is. But I thought this guy was kind of really cute and soft, so I think we'll sketch him today. And I wanted to sketch one that I've already drawn so that I can show you what it looks like. The reason for that is because there's really no specific shape that I can tell you to draw. Like I can't tell you to do an oval because it's really not an oval. So we're going to walk through step by step. And what's nice about that style of sketching is it really is a question of loosening up and getting a feel for the pencil. And when you've put it together, you can go back over with the pencil and make the adjustments you need to make to get it into proportion. But seeing what it is you're going to draw will help a lot when it comes to following along with me. I also had some fun looking up some famous bunnies. And of course, I remember Peter Rabbit when I was a little girl, reading him. I used to love little Beatrix Potter paintings. They were kind of really a fun watercolor. Really made the book for me, looking at the cute little drawings that went along with her nice little stories. And of course, Bugs Bunny, a classic favorite of mine, eating Captain Crunch Saturday morning, watching Bugs Bunny. And there's Thumper, of course, and the White Rabbit. And even the Energizer Bunny popped into my head. So I had fun sketching with those too. And you can see they're all different kinds of cartoons, different shapes, very soft, very specific bunny looking. So you can make your own characters once you figure out how to draw little bunnies. So anyways, I thought that was kind of fun just to draw something like that. I'm gonna leave that over there. So let's, another little sketch. Let's do this guy here. See if we can duplicate him. I'm going to try and leave them both in the frame. Let's just make sure here. Sorry, it's above my head. So we're going to draw this guy. All right, so I've got my trusty mechanical pencil. I hope there's lead in there. And eraser. And paper. So I use coffee dye paper. It's just my little journaling go-to. But you can use anything. All right, so let's start with his little nose here. So we're going to give him a little V. And then underneath that, we're going to thicken that up. So there's his little nostrils. And he gets a line down like this. And then he gets kind of a sad, frowny mouth. So he goes down, almost the opposite of the nose. Mirror image, I should say. So nice and loose. And gets kind of this little beard chin. And if anybody knows what kind of bunny this is, let me know, because I have no idea. I never had bunnies when I was little. I was more of a cat and a dog person myself. But they are pretty cute, that's for sure. All right. So I've got my nose here. And I'm just going to go up a little bit and just give an indication of the nose. Because it's hard to give the shape and form of his face without some references as to where these little forms and shapes begin. So on the side here, that frown mouth continues down. And nice and loose. See, my pencil is almost constantly moving. And then I'm going to go down a little bit more, over and down a little further, and that's going to be his big cheek. So he's got a nice big cheek. And then it goes up and around. And again, we're going to adjust this line if we feel it needs to be close, like if the curve needs to start here or further out. And I think this needs to be further out already, just looking at it. So now I'm going to draw a line up from his nostril, and I'm going to give him an eye. So already I realize this line is way too close. So we'll fix that in a minute. Let's just curve a line here and give him his eye. And let's get rid of that line that I screwed up on. There we go. Just curve that out. I don't want to give him too sharp an angle here. Kind of makes him look like a mean bunny. Just color in his eye really quick. Again, nice and loose. Sorry, I'm casting a shadow. I only have my window light to work with right now. There we go. Leave just a little bit of white in there. We can always come back and lighten that or do whatever we need to do. So same thing, I want to kind of indicate some form around his eye. So they have these nice little white bits of fuzz that go around their eye. Kind of like an eyelid or an eyebrow, I guess. And then another one back here. So nice and loose. So see, I can even see my nose is too close. So you can see how hard it is to give you a very specific shape. I'm just going to keep redoing it. So the nose started here. I'm going to pull it further away now. So, you know, even me who sketches all the time is constantly making adjustments and trying to get the form. So if you find you're erasing every 5 seconds, it's okay. Every time you draw and erase something, you're learning about the shape and form of things. You're observing how things are put together and why it's working and why it's not working. So there's his little nose there. Okay, so I think we're back in business. So he gets this little choppy little chin here. Now we can go up. So he gets a dent in his face around his eye here. And curves over. Gets a little bit of an eyebrow. The eyelid here, which is nice. And then in here gets, so you can see I'm not going back and forth like this. I'm trying to follow how the fur would grow, what direction the fur would be in. And that really helps create a realistic looking sketch. And you can again see how loose it is. Freeform, I think my lead's out. So he gets this cheek, so the fur goes this way and then goes around like that. And you can erase those more harsh lines that we started with. And then he gets a little bit of a fur around his nose and cheek. So you can see I moved the line this way now because there's this kind of cheek area that the fur grows in this direction, out and around. I'm going to give him his little hairy beard he's got. I think I like this guy because he's got kind of a little frowny attitude, which I think is really cute because normally bunnies are like super cute looking, and this guy's got a little bit of character to him. It's not your super happy bunny. Okay, so I'm going to give him a forehead now. And then we're going to come up this side. So he gets a cheek on this side, and then he gets the indentation where his eye will be, and the forehead. So right in here would be the other eye, and give it a slight indication. So you can see you can just catch the little eye on the other side. So he gets fur on here. And again, nice and loose. Trying to remember think of the direction, like if you're stroking the bunny's face, which direction all this fur would go in. And that will make a huge difference in your sketching when it comes to paying attention to how things grow, how fur grows, how feathers are put in a bird, grow in a bird, how dog hair. So, you know, like when you go to pat a dog, you don't pat the dog backwards. You pat it a certain way because that's the direction the hair grows in. And so it's the same when you sketch. You want to capture that. And it really, really helps capture their shapes and their forms. So now this guy's got these really cute floppy ears. So that comes out from the edge of his eye here, out, down, and around. And I love his ears. I think that's why I picked drawing this bunny. Other than just how grumpy he looks, is his ears are so cute. They're not your typical stand-up ears, these cute little floppy ears. So same thing. I want to draw that in this direction that it's growing. So I'll show you, if we were to color this ear in and go this way, it has no form to it. It looks unnatural. So we want to go in the shape and the direction that it's growing in. All right. So there's one little ear. I think we'll do is a little bit of a body here. So this will darken this fur up underneath because this is his body. And there's an ear on the other side. So it comes out from the side of his face and goes down, and similar length to this ear, maybe a little bit shorter. And that's the outside of the ear, and then he gets the rest of his body, which will be in front of that ear. So we don't want to forget to draw that. And then this is the ear, so we can color this in. And like I said, there's no specific shape, so it's a bit tricky to explain it. But if you follow along with me and you make adjustments like I did, like I erased his nose and moved it, and so just pause the video and do the same thing. If you have to move something around, if you find it's not lining up properly, or you think, oh, I drew this eye up here, you know, you just erase it and re-sketch it. And that's the beauty of sketching. No pressure, just fun. Just having fun with it. And you're going to find too, like there's certain things you really like to draw, and there's certain things you don't like to draw. I don't like drawing hands. I can if I have to, but I don't. It's not the first thing that comes to my head is drawing hands. All right. Just gonna fill in his body here, and I didn't get his full body. I drew another one. I really just wanted to kind of practice his face, and I think this guy needs just a little bit more of a forehead. I feel like his head's a little wonky. Again, just looking at it, seeing what you can change to improve it. And then I just gave him an indication of paws, almost like he's standing on his hind leg. I don't even know if bunnies do that or not. I guess they do, to look to see if there's danger. And then, so I create this little V here. So this is one paw and this is the other paw. And just kind of scribbling in the shaded area just so it kind of indicates the form there. Not a lot of detail at all. I don't know, just scribbling away. I might switch just to a softer pencil just so I don't have to take an hour to color this stuff in. So the softer the lead, the faster it fills in. All right, so there's a little bunny. I hope that gave you somewhere to start. Bunnies will take practice. I had to practice. I've never drawn a bunny before. So it's really just playing and getting some practice in and having fun and looking up resources. So to draw a bunny, obviously, it really helps having a picture of one beside you so that you know exactly what it is you're trying to draw. So I can't draw a bunny from my head, but if I have a picture in front of me from a book or my iPad or something, just like I did with these guys, I had to look them up and then I just drew them. So it's just a question of practice and having fun and loosening up, and don't stress yourself out. If it doesn't work, just put it away and try it again later. And like I said, you're going to find things that you love to draw and you're going to find things that you don't love to draw. And through this process of Quickie sketches, you're going to learn your style of drawing too. Maybe cartoon is your thing. Maybe, you know, realism is your thing. Maybe whimsical is your thing. But it's really fun to get the basics of loosening up and trying to capture a form by using these contour lines and really observing what it is you're trying to draw. All right, well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it gave you some ideas and some inspiration to start doodling. If you like my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the thumbs up for the video if you liked it. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.